And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Towns. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Robinson, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons. Player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
Yeah, he's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Towns kicks to Brunson. Towns a screen on Pritchard. The kick out to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Towns is doubled. For 3, Bridges. And Boston with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in the last game played.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And we talk about great two-way players in this league. Anunoby is at the top of that list.
And even though we're very early into the season, Stan, what do you make of the top teams in the league so far?
Well, Kevin, there's some that have definitely impressed me so far, but it's a long season. I want to see if those at the top can keep playing at that level throughout the year.
Brown, no good.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Brunson outside. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
And you see how Brunson's fine-tuned his playmaking ability. That pass on time and on point.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Well, right away, Coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, he's going to get hot. That's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on the fire. There you have it. Sounds like Coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Now, Bridges, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Towns kicks to Brunson. It's good from long range.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Outside, White. A floater. Brown wide open. He fired. Nice form on the 20-footer. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go. Savvy. Brown does what he can to help the team win, and he's upgraded his passing.
A different look for New York. Hart, he's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Clarkson in for Mikal Bridges. The Knicks leading by 3. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And checking out Boston, down 5 spots from them.
Well, I think for Boston, they've looked decidedly average here in the early stages of the season. And that's shocking when you consider the kind of success they're coming off from a year ago.
Well, it's easy for an elite team to be a little complacent at this point. And that's when your star players need to lead by example and pick up the effort level and the intensity.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Brunson the pass to Towns. There's the triple. Boucher with the rebound. Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Simons, and he comes up with the deuce.
Wow, fancy stuff from Anthony Simons.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks, trailing by 2. They stop the run. New York, no good that time either. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Brunson against Simon. From past the arc. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The shot's good from Brunson.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Boston shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. The kick out to Brown. From outside, off the mark. New York shooting just about an even 40% to start. Hart the pass to Towns. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clarkson dishes to Robinson. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Simons surveying the D. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics. They lead by 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the how the Celtics are doing, guys. What do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
It's Boucher out there with Sam Hauser. Then there's Derek White. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Garza in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Here's Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simons has got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
McBride passes to Bridges. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, Bridges has been experimenting with his motion recently. But when it works, it works.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin, back over to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Hard inside. Working on Boucher. Bridges misses. The Celtics with the lead. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Boston.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
To stand, the Thunder were the rare young team to win it all. But championship teams usually have a lot of veterans. Why is that? I mean, how do you explain that role?
Well, look, the more you know, the more you've been through certain situations, the easier it is to react effectively in that situation. You'll see guys be ahead of a play. Why? Because they've seen that play hundreds, even thousands of times developing that young guys haven't. So experience certainly helps.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Count that one. White's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Celtics.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Clarkson kicks to Towns. Buries it from three-point range. Towns has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Few bigs do it as well as Towns, stretching the floor with his efficiency from range.
Brown the pass to Simons. There's the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. That gives them the lead. 6 points for OG Anunoby.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Brown outside. Boucher sets a screen for Brown. And the dunk by Boucher.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Tillman in for Sam Hauser. And then for New York, Miles McBride comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jordan Clarkson.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Hart finds Anunoby. Brunson outside. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Simons from outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Towns in the corner. Here's Hart. And the Knicks miss again. Boston leading by 5. Steps back. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
Well, his percentage keeps going up. He's adapted to what the defense is showing him.
Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Strong move. Brunson just bruising his way inside.
Brown outside. Back to Pritchard. Celtics passing it around. Simons from outside. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Towns, the pass to Anunoby. It's stolen by Pritchard. Pass to Cada. Here's Simons, defended by McBride. 2 on the clock, and Simons with the lay-in, good. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for Boston. And a deep 3 from Brunson. What a performance from Anthony Simons. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. He'll get you back to the action after this break.
For the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
After a while, some guys get comfortable. Now Giannis, he continues.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Boston Celtics. And that'll do it for...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the court for the Knicks. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the force line. Brown outside. Shoots over Anunoby. And it's Brown missing. Knicks trail by 10. Here's Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Brunson, a very physical player. Someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
And both free throws good for Brunson. Celtics leading by 8. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Brown outside. To the inside. And Keita gets it to go. Keita's got 6 points.
It's always a great sign for this offense when Brown is making plays for others.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. It's rebounded by New York.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, Jalen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Kevin, back to you.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Knicks trail by 3. Towns the screen. Brunson kicks to Towns. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Outside, Towns. For 3, Bridges. Robinson finds Bridges. Brunson outside. 4 on the shot clock. Tries again. Right in the heart of the defense. Ha! Brunson.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Nice ball movement by Boston. To the middle. Here's White. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Towns a screen on Simons. And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got 15.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
White dishes to Brown. Pass to Boucher.
2 minutes.
Simons against Brunson. It's good. 18 points for him.
Well, it took Simons some time to find his footing in this league, but since then, he's been a consistent scoring threat.
Brunson, Hart, wide open. He fires and falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Simon. The kick out to Brown. No good on the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
For the lead, he takes it up and lays it in. Brunson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the Celtics making a change here. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
We'll take a look at Brown. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Now here's Brunson. 17 points in the game. There's a screen by Robinson to the paint. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, credit the screen there, stringing him loose for the finish.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Knicks lead. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Anthony Simon. Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Derek White. And it's Garza in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. The Knicks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Inside, here's Hart. The rebound by the Celtics. Boucher's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to White. They set the pick. There's the drive from downtown. Garza no good. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
White finds Boucher. Here's Garza. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. McBride passes to Anunoby. Now Towns. In the corner, it's Clarkson. It's stolen by White. And Simon's wide open. He'll fire. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Clarkson kicks to Anunoby. Off target from the wing. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Hauser the pass to Garza. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Clarkson. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Mikal Bridges comes in for Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jordan Clarkson. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the... We'll see if the guys have it in them.
All right, Allie, thanks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Tillman in for Sam Hauser.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Oh, sticks the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Knicks leading by 4. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. It's stolen by Pritchard. Here's Tillman. Missed on the 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Brunson scanning the floor. Towns fires. He's off from 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And they pick up the 2.
He's been in a big spot or 2. Get it to NBA champ Derek White.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Robinson a screen on Pritchard. Here's Robinson. No good. Right side, White. Got it to go off the glass.
I like how composed White is. Even with the contact, he stays locked in.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the 4th. Outside, Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Puts it right back up and in.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
White with it. Now guarded by Towns. Here's Pritchard. Strong move off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Towns. White pulls it down.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
There's 49 seconds left in the game. Now Robinson. Book it.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And that one misses. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. White. Towns with the rebound. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Brunson with it. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Timeout called the Celtics. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Brunson. Oh, he got it to go!
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, doesn't get any better than that.
Unreal. What a finish. Nothing better than a buzzer-beating 3 to win.
So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.